Hi, how you doing? Let's talk again about a problem. The problem is learning guitar. You know, we've all, if you're watching my channel, hopefully maybe you're doing guitar, not necessarily. But let's say you did learn guitar or you're trying to. It's a problem. It's not easy, right? It's actually really, really hard. That's the main problem. So let me talk about my experience learning guitar and the overall thoughts of what am I talking about? I'm talking about learning guitar, okay? So it's something that if it was really easy, everybody would play guitar and be really awesome if they liked it, right? It's not something everybody wants to do. So I got inspired to play guitar from a band, and I wanted to learn some songs. So let's start easy and learn guitar and learn some easy songs. So I decided, let me try to learn some Radiohead. That's gonna be my intro into guitar. So that wasn't the best way to get into it, but I think it really forced me to try to learn more complex things. And this was back in 2000, I'm gonna say early 2000s. That's when I started guitar. I bought an acoustic guitar, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna learn the guitar. I've got a lot of friends that are in bands that play. I wanna do that, so let me learn. And this is before YouTube. This is really before any kind of social media. Well, it's absolutely before social media. There was no MySpace even at that point. So I bought a CD, and it was a how to play guitar. And it was in QuickTime format. You ran it on Windows. Videos would come up, and it had chapters, and you'd go through them. And that's how I started. Basic strumming, learning basic chords, and that was my intro to guitar. I never thought of getting a teacher. I didn't even know, never really even thought of lessons at that point. I just wanted to do something in my apartment and learn it on my own. So that's what I did. I think the hardest part of learning guitar is that the initial stage of just like getting your muscles and your hands and all that stuff and learning chords and changes between chords, that's really difficult. And a lot of people won't pursue guitar because they don't see maybe any quick advancement in their learning. And a lot of people will quit. And that's definitely not the case with me, but that's definitely the case with a lot of people. And they'll tell you that it's too hard. I can't do it. So they give up. And it's too bad because it's really, for me, it's something really fun. And I'm going to say, I don't know the right word, maybe like, it's just a release of energy, and it's a passion, and it's a creativity thing once you get past that initial step. So that's the hardest part, is getting over the initial, how do I change my fingers to bend this way? And my fingers hurt now. I got calluses, and so I started on acoustic guitar. Now, is acoustic guitar the best thing to start on? I can't say. I would say, depending on your situation, right? Maybe you want to play rock music, so acoustic guitar probably not the best way. And maybe you're in an apartment. So I was in an apartment. I couldn't play a loud electric guitar, even though electric guitar might be physically easier because the string gauge is smaller and you're not pressing as hard, and you can add dirt and you sound better than you actually are. So you really have to evaluate what's best for you and what makes you interested and what makes you want to keep the passion of playing. So if it's a rock band, now today you can get headphones and play a little, like one of these, a Mustang Micro. You don't even need an amp. You can just get headphones, plug this into your guitar, and if you're in an apartment, you're fine. And it just sounds like to everybody else walking around and listening to you, it's like blink, 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 blink. That's all they'll hear, which is really annoying. But so yeah, I started that. I actually did a poll recently on my channel, on my community tab, and I'll pop it up here. Why did you start playing guitar? Good response, 10,000 plus responses. 81% of the people that answered my poll said, for the love of music. The other answers I just kind of put as, to be attractive. You always hear people saying, I was doing it to get the chicks. I wanted to get the chicks, and it makes the chicks love me. And third one I put was parents made me take lessons. And 10% it was some other answer, and I had a ton of comments. So if you want to see the comments, you can go on my channel, click on the community tab, and just scroll down. You'll find that poll on there. So very interesting. I'm glad to see 81% was for the love of music. That's what got me into it. And once I had practiced guitar for, I'm going to say a year, I put my name out. I said, I want to start a band. And This is continuing with talking about learning guitar. What's the best way to progress and learn guitar? Play with other people. 100%. Yeah, play with other people. If you can join a band, this is before any streaming, any online stuff, right? So I actually had to meet some strangers. And I formed a band and we got together and I wrote some songs. Once I learned some basic chords, I could figure out some basic stuff and I wrote some basic songs and then brought them to the band. We practiced and the rest is history. I don't know what that means. We played in a while. Played for 3 years, 2-3 years. And so along with it, well, if you can't get into a band and play with other people, the next best thing would be one-on-one lessons with a teacher. And the reason I say that versus online, which is great as well, by the way. I'll mention that online, you can learn a ton on your own. It's just the immediate interactive feedback from somebody in the room with you. And I guess you could do that through virtual, like video calls, right? Like FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. But like you're playing in a band or you got a teacher and you're doing something and they could be like, hey, you're out of tune. Or like, what the fuck are you doing? What is that? That sounds like shit. That's my swearing for the video. Thank you. PG-13. Yeah, so that immediate feedback is super valuable. And you won't get that just watching a video because there's nobody looking at you, watching you and making sure you're doing something correctly. And maybe you've got some bad technique or bad habits that you want to kick early, and you won't have that feedback to knock those out. And then that's stuff that might live with you for the rest of your life. I'm sure I've got tons of them. I'm not a great player, but I still love it. So that's all that matters. Yeah, so just really find an inspiration that makes you want to stay on and do it. And you have to practice. That's the best way to get better. It's not a secret, but it's finding that way to keep on a schedule or something that makes you want to practice a little bit each day or once a week, whatever you can do, right? It depends on your schedule and your lifestyle. And yeah, you just got to keep at it. And it's not easy. Just remember that. It's not easy. You see these people that are amazing and can do these crazy shredding stuff. They didn't just learn that overnight. They learned it in 2 days. No, it probably took them countless hours, right? Like these are the kids that, I'm saying kids, they're adults now, and they probably spent like 5-6 hours a day in their bedroom back before the internet and stuff like that. So I was doing in-person lessons for a year. I found that really useful, and I've taken a break. I plan to go back to it again eventually. I recommend it. It's definitely helpful. In the meantime, this is going to be a plug because I just thought of it. Meantime, I'm still doing Tim Pierce, his masterclass, and I do have a connection, like a monetary financial connection. If you do sign up with my link, I have an affiliate link, so I do benefit from that. But I love it because there's just so much stuff. His masterclass is loaded. So I really want to like improve my my lead playing, but I find I'm actually looking at the rhythm stuff more. I'm playing the rhythm part of his classes more, and then I'll go back to the lead stuff and try to improve just overall timing and playing to backing tracks. Another really good thing to do is find a song you love. This goes back to the inspiration and what can help you actually keep going. Find the songs you like a lot, and if they're not too complicated, try to learn those and play over them and play along with them. I still do that to this day. So a ton of Radiohead songs that are not easy, and I don't even know what I'm playing. Literally, it's muscle memory. I can play them because I learned them first. So something new, basic, I might not be able to pick it up and tell you what it is, but it's just the muscle memory and stuff you learn when you're younger. I guess I'm not going to talk about trying to learn when you're older because I don't really know what that's like to start off, and like people that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s. How's that for you starting off? Do you find it even more difficult than when you're young? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes, but I can't say because that's not my situation. I started in my 20s, not like a lot of kids starting their teens or younger. I say the younger you start, the better. It's just the way things are. Your brain soaks up stuff. You got time, right? You're not distracted by stuff, and you can do maybe a better job, and then you can play guitar and have more fun overall in life. All right, that's going to wrap it up. So yeah, learning guitar, it's not easy. It's a problem to try to get better because it's just so challenging. So give me your feedback. Let me know your experience getting into guitar. What made you want to play it? What's keeping you from quitting? Maybe you did quit. Maybe you took a break. I did that for like 5 years when I had young kids. Just couldn't do it all. I wanted to play video games. I can't do video games and guitar. And then they invented Rocksmith. I'm like, oh, now I have no excuse. Great, thanks a lot. Now I have to play guitar again. So I got back into it. It was after the band stuff too. So anyways, that's it. As always, play guitar and have fun, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.